How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin and welcome back to another awesome animatronic review video. Today, as you saw, if you could recognize from before, if you recognize him, this is a Party City slash, what do you call it, Techie Toys prop, and it is called the Thrashing Scarecrow, and this will be my last and final prop of this year, but I am so happy to have him. He is an awesome addition, and let's check him out. I'll show you all of his phrases now, so let's get right on into it. So, here he is in all of his glory. He is an absolutely amazing Scarecrow prop. So I'll show you the rest of his phrases and animation, so here he is. Let's get right into it. Alright, so his sensor, he has a sensor. He is an amazing thrashing prop. His animation is awesome. Here he is again.
Hey, you! Set me free, and I'll spare you!
So, how'd you like him? Pretty cool, right? I absolutely love this prop. Probably my favorite Party City prop of all time. But let's get into all the positives for this review. So basically, let's start with the detail. His face, it doesn't really look what it is on the box, but that's a good thing. His face looks way creepier in person than it is on the box, which if my camera would focus, you could get a really good look of right here. And I'm really happy that mine had a good paint job on the face, and it looks really cool. Detail for everywhere else. Oh, his hat is also posable, which is definitely something nice, so it won't just hang down on his face. Basically everywhere else on his body, it's not too detailed, but it was nice that they added the ropes, adding to his phrases saying he's trying to get down from where he's tied up. This is just normal straw they just stuffed him with on his hands and on his bottom. So yeah, really outstanding detail. The materials, this is just burlap, obviously. His hat is made out of like felt, kinda, and there's wire in here letting me pose it. Also his arms are posable too, which makes it really nice to do that, and I really like that. And that's basically all and the materials on here is high quality, definitely tell. There's his sensor. It's actually pretty hidden and it blends in very nicely, so that's also something really good about it. Yeah, so that's a lot of the positive I had about it. Oh yes, animation and phrases. His phrases are super violent, and I just love that. It's like over-the-top violent and very aggressive, so that's something I really like about him. It probably gets some parents mad if their little kids come trick-or-treating here, but who cares? It is just awesome. Yeah, so his phrases, super violent, and I love it. His animation, don't even get me started, man. It looks super realistic, like incredibly realistic. So that's one huge thing I definitely love about this prop. Like, animation is super realistic. For the price I bought this was like so worth it. You wouldn't believe it, but it costs less than the Butler prop I bought if you saw that video. Less. I mean, I guess because of the height, which is something I'll get into soon, and the price also. So yeah, his animation is perfect. The thrashing motion perfectly suits this guy, trying to tug down from his ropes where he's hung up on. Even though he's not really hung up on anything and he's not supposed to be, he's a stakeable prop. Oh yes, the stakeable stuff. I'll get into that in 1 second. Yeah, so the animation is like A+ in my book, so yeah. Now, he's staked in, which is really good, but alright, so I'll talk about his staking now. Once he's staked in, he is stuck in there. Like, I thought I was going to have to tie him down to the ground, but no, his stake is super sturdy. He is super sturdy, and that is something absolutely phenomenal about him. So, yeah. There's a lot of positives about this guy, but let's get into the negatives. Setup was actually pretty simple. I wouldn't really say I was a negative. It was just the amount of work, like, to get him working. I understand that it wasn't super complicated at all. But the one probably the biggest problem I have with this guy is definitely how he doesn't have any other bases except for the stake, which is kind of annoying when trying to bring him in. I have to lay him down on the dirty ground, and it's kind of annoying to have to brush everything off him. That's probably one of my biggest complaints. Also, his height. I feel like if they added an extra pole to make him a bit taller, I don't think that would have affected the price too much, and he would have looked probably better. But the height is actually pretty good because I have him standing on the bed here. He just looks like, he looks really, you could definitely still see his face and everything. I feel like what they could have done for the base is they could have added 2 bases, obviously the stake, but also had like a 4x4 base that my Butler prop has, that I'll show you in 1 second, and just added that in as a swappable base in case you wanted to have him inside for a haunt or something like that. So yes, that is definitely my 2 problems about him. Oh yes, there's one more positive I need to say. He has an audio dial, which is just great, so he's never too loud or too low. You can choose his audio, and when it's turned up all the way, he's really loud, so it sounds really cool. So yes, that's basically all the positives and negatives I had about him. So yeah, this is an amazing prop. So now I'll tell you his price. You'll never believe this. $60. Can you believe that? $60. But I guess Party City is having a special deal right now. I think both their hanging Scarecrow, which is for this year, and this guy are both discounted at 20% off. I did have a 20% off coupon, but you can't use it for discounts, so it's really whatever. But $60. This is an amazing prop. It costs less than the Butler, and I would argue that this is way more high quality than the Butler. I guess because it's made by Techie, which is a mass distributor of animatronics. Or not distributor, maker. Companies buy their animatronics off them, if you guys didn't know, and then Party City, for example, distributes this. So yeah, definitely, this guy is definitely a perfect prop. Alright, so I guess let's wrap this review up, and I'll show you the Butler's base to see. So for the Butler's base, I was talking about kind of like this. I put a piece of granite or something on there, like a stone, so he wouldn't fall backwards because we have him out. Yeah, that's what I was meaning by like a 4x4 base, like a swappable base for Scarecrow Thrasher. So, yeah. Alright guys, let's wrap up this review. If you haven't seen my other prop review, I rate my animatronics on a scale of 1 to 10 pumpkins, because you know I'm the Pixelate pumpkin. I'm gonna give this guy an easy 9.5 pumpkins out of 10, just because his animation and the price I bought him at, or technically my grandma bought it for me, so shout out to her, thanks grandma. That's really why I'm giving this guy so much love, and just 9.5 out of 10, because I had that one problem and the issue with the stake in base only. That's kind of a pretty big issue, but everything else about him, because he's so high quality, and he's just his animation and phrases is like just top tier for Techie, and you know, like he's probably up there as one of my favorite Techie animatronics of all time. Like him and Rusty are probably like my favorite Techie animatronics, because I love the farm themes. You guys know that. So I definitely had to get my hands on this. I was originally gonna buy him after Halloween at the like 50-75% off sale that Party City normally has for their animatronics. But I had to get him because he's not being sold online anymore, and they're not producing him anymore. It's only the hanging Scarecrow now. I think it's called like just the Scarecrow. So that's why I had to buy him now, so he wouldn't be sold out afterward, and I would have been really sad because I don't really like this hanging Scarecrow that much, and you can't buy him online anymore, so I won't be leaving a link for him in the description. So sorry if you guys wanted this and your Party City doesn't have one. Most likely you'll probably never be able to get this prop, so I'm sorry for you guys who really want him from this review video. But if your Party City does have one, I say buy it now before they sell out for good, because once he's sold out, you're probably never going to be able to find one, unless you will buy it off eBay. I'm sure there's sellers on eBay selling this guy, but yeah, so definitely recommend it. Oh, I'm also going to show you the box, just to show you the box. So yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and as always, this is the Pixelate Pumpkin, signing out.